everyone, and welcome to today's session wherein we shall understand about the lymphatic system and why is it so important to keep it functional when it comes to cancer. I'm Prachi, head nutritionist and lifestyle expert and head of cancer vertical with Team Low. So now, to understand the connection between lymphatic system and cancer, let us first understand them individually. Now, firstly, the lymphatic system is basically a network of lymph cell vessels and the lymph nodes and ducts that runs almost throughout the body. It includes your adenoids, tonsils, spleen, thymus, and so on. It allows the circulation of a fluid called the lymph through the body, like the way blood is carried through our blood vessels. It is one of the body's circulatory system. It acts as the garbage or waste disposal system of the body, wherein it drains all the fluids and waste products from the body. It is also a major part of our immune system. So until this lymphatic system is flowing and is, it's smoothly running, it is fine. But if it gets clogged, it can lead to accumulation of these bodily waste and toxins over and over again in the body, which can further lead to any disease, including cancer. Because now cancer is, as we know, is an inflammatory disorder, right? Wherein if there is chronic inflammation in the body, that can lead to gene mutation and therefore cancer. So if the lymphatic system is clogged, leading to the buildup of toxins over a period of time, that in itself can lead to inflammation in the body and therefore, cause gene mutation and therefore cancer. So that is how, you can connect the dots, between cancer and lymphatic system, the role of lymphatic system in it. It is especially important, or it plays a major role when it comes to, metastatic cancers more than anything else, because in case of metastatic cancers, the tumor cells travel from one part of the body to another. Say for example, from breast, they would, like, the primary cancer is in breast, and from the breast the tumor cells would travel to the lungs or liver, where ultimately there's metastasis. Now this happens because the tumor cells from the breast, they travel through the lymphatic system to these distant organs in the body and then cause the new tumor growth in these new sites, which is either liver, lungs, and so on. Hence, it is very important to declog the lymphatic system and in fact keep it clean all the times and healthy and keep it flowing. So, I would in fact say that especially in case of metastatic cancers, how much ever chemo or radiation or any other treatment for that matter you go through for the cancer, but until and unless you keep the lymphatic system healthy, the cancer will, in all possibilities, come back. In fact, it would keep coming back as you have not targeted the root cause of it, which is, the lymphatic system being clogged. So it is very important, along with whatever treatment you are taking, to understand the root cause of it and act on it so that you help keep up with it in the future as well. Now coming to the lymphatic system, now we know what is the connection between the lymphatic system and cancer. Now how do we help keep our lymphatic system healthy and flowing and not getting clogged? So now let us understand how we can do that. The first and the the most important point to consider is movement. It is very, very important to keep the lymphatic system healthy. The more sedentary one is, the more the lymphatic system is impacted. Apart from your, regular 30-minute workout in the day, you also need to move at regular intervals through the day to keep up with the lymph fluid circulation. It could be taking a few steps every hour in the day as well. On an average, you can gradually aim for about 8 to 10,000 steps a day, but of course there are exceptions. If someone is bedridden, then even pressing the soles of the feet helps in stimulating the lymphatic system and for keeping up with the lymph fluid flow. Basically, the action of our feet hitting the ground also stimulates the lymphatic system. Hence, walking is so essential for that. Even rebounding, which is for example jumping on the trampoline, is a super activity to activate the lymphatic system, and it's in fact fun too for both adults and kids. So do try that. But for example, if you are in long meetings wherein you cannot get up from the seat, then you can use something called as foam roller or even a tennis ball and roll your feet over it to help stimulate the lymphatic system while you are sitting for longer hours for a meeting. But of course, if you do have the opportunity, do see to it that you are keeping up with your step count, getting up from your seat after every 1 hour or so, and getting those few steps done every hour of the day. In fact, these tiny little things can go a long way in keeping yourself healthy for a long term. The next is about hydration. Even a 1% drop in water intake will majorly affect the lymphatic system functioning because the lymph fluid is mainly made out of plasma, which is made out of water. And hence, we need enough water as a medium to help remove the toxins and waste out of the system. It is thus very essential to keep yourself well hydrated. You may want to keep up with an average of about 2.5 to 3 liters of water and healthy fluid intake throughout the day. But of course, people with kidney issues or specific water restrictions need to abide by their specific instructions. Next that we need to consider is the issue of chronic gut issues. Example, people who have chronic constipation issues or who have chronic acidity issues, they too have compromised lymphatic system functioning due to buildup of toxins mainly. Because when it comes to constipation or even acidity for that matter, you're actually building up toxins over a period of time in the body, and that in itself can clog your lymphatic system as well. Hence, we need to, ultimately you have to deal with and work on the root cause of why it is happening. So over here, if it is about chronic constipation or chronically having acidity, just having laxatives or having antacids, popping in on antacids would not solve the issue, because these are just temporary fixes for that matter. So you really have to deep dive into why it is happening in your system. It could be as simple as maybe because of water, not having enough water or not having enough fiber in your diet, and that could be fixed as and basically you can fix that, and that in itself can fix your constipation and acidity issue. So you just have to sit back and think about what it could be, what could be the root cause for your issue. In fact, we've done a lot of videos, Luke and the team have done a lot of videos on such gut issues and how you can solve them. You can always check those videos separately. The next that we need to look at when it comes to lymphatic system health is to take care of your nutrition. Because there are many, if there are flaws in your nutrition, that is also going to affect your lymphatic system of health. For example, having refined white sugar, that in itself increases inflammation and affects the lymphatic system and its functioning. Also, having dairy and non-veg, which are pumped with antibiotic and hormonal injections to increase the yield, that also creates inflammation in the body and plays with our immune system, and they block the lymphatic system too. Hence, if you want to opt for dairy, always see to it that it is from an organic grass-fed source and it is A2 milk as well. Also, in case of non-veg like chicken or fish, see to it that they are ethically sourced. Even foods which have artificial sweeteners to make the product sweet can affect the lymphatic system. Also, foodstuffs which are loaded with preservatives, additives, and so on can clog the lymphatic system. Hence, it is best to refrain from such products. In fact, make a habit of always reading the product labels for the same. Next, what we need to keep in mind is, when it comes to sleep, if one is sleep deprived, that can also affect your lymphatic system. Because sleep is extremely important not just for repair and recovery, hormonal balance, detoxification, and to strengthen your immunity, but also to keep the lymphatic system healthy and functional. Hence, a good quality and quantity of sleep is very, very essential. Try to maintain a regular sleep pattern, go to sleep and wake up at the same time each day, and complete on an average about 7 to 8 hours of good deep sleep so that you feel rested on wake up the next day. Next that we need to consider is, people wearing underwire bra or even too tight bras. They basically tend to put pressure just below the bottom of armpits and cut out the circulation, the lymph nodes, thus blocking the drainage of lymph fluid from the sides and bottom of the breast, thus leading to toxin buildup again. Hence, it is always better to use well-fitted bras, preferably cotton ones, and in fact better to go commando while at home and especially during bedtime to help those lymph nodes, breast, breathe and do its job of detoxification pretty well. The next, that we need to think about is the use of antiperspirants or deodorants. There are many people who tend to use deodorants, thinking that, that is something which is really essential to keep up with, and it is perspiring or having sweating is something that they really feel is not the best thing to have. But that is the most harmful way of blocking the lymphatic system. That is because these antiperspirants or deodorants have chemicals that may lead to deactivating the lymph nodes which are under the armpits and block the release of toxins, thus causing toxin buildup and clogging the lymphatic system, the lymph nodes. Sweating, as I said, is in fact our body's mechanism to throw off toxins, and that should happen effectively for better health. In case you still have to use an antiperspirant, you may want to opt for natural remedy like using organic cornstarch with few drops of tea tree essential oil for that cooling effect. Also, these days almost everyone, both males and females, make use of cosmetics for their skin care, hair care, and so on. But it is very important to realize that most of these personal care products have harmful chemicals like parabens, phthalates, SLS, formaldehyde, and so on, which are very harmful for our immunity and also can affect the lymphatic system by clogging the lymph node. One may, say we are not really ingesting these cosmetics, right? Then how does it matter? But what we don't realize is that skin application is more dangerous than even eating a toxic substance, because if you ingest a toxic substance through your mouth, the enzymes in the saliva, stomach, and liver break it down to some extent into a not so harmful byproduct. But when you apply it externally over the skin, the chemicals get absorbed directly through your skin pores and enter the bloodstream, and thus the lymphatic system, and also into the lymphatic system without any filters, which is more detrimental. Hence, we need to be very much aware of the same. One can always opt for, chemical-free cosmetics and personal care products, which are very much available in the market, but we really need to be aware of this today. Apart from the points we spoke about, let us now see what else can we do in our, in our daily routine to keep our lymphatic system moving and healthy. First and foremost, have a balanced meal with whole grains, pulses, veggies in the right proportions, having soaked nuts and seeds, fruits, veggies, having a balance of it basically, and in the right combinations as well is very important. Also doing pranayama like diaphragmatic breathing, box breathing, etc. is also very crucial to stimulate our lymphatic system and keep it going, and having an efficient lymphatic system circulation mainly. Even dry brushing for that matter, wherein you get a dry brush basically with the bristles which are not so hard nor they are very soft. They are somewhere in between. They are especially designed for dry brushing. So you just have to use that brush and stroke in there, or stroke the brush, or over your body in the direction of the heart, which also helps to declog these lymph nodes and to help stimulate the lymphatic system. Even cold showers for that matter help a lot. Also doing lymphatic drainage massages, which are typical, which are very specific massages, which are done by professionals mainly. So if you have to do it, always do it with professionals. But even lymphatic drainage massages are something which are really, really good to help, declog the lymphatic system per se. So this was all for the session today. Remember, the more we keep our lymphatic system clean and flowing, the better would it be, for our immunity and to deal with cancer, especially metastatic cancers, in a much, much better way. In case of any queries related to this topic or to know more about our cancer care programs, do visit the Coutinho.com website. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.